Bless up, ABR family and viewers. Welcome back to another live video. Welcome back. It's your girl, Isabel Rose. I know it's a holiday down there in Jamaica. Happy Easter Monday, each and every one. As y'all come on this live, please to like and share out this live. In this live, I come about the Prime Minister. The other day, we seen Tom Tavares took the stage on a campaign and him say a PNP him come out. Well, today we are about this Prime Minister. We will continue to be about this Prime Minister until he recruits himself from out our parliament and until they finally put him where he's supposed to be, behind the bars. He's still uncertified, Jamaicans. He's still uncertified, ABR family. He is still under investigation for illicit enrichment. He still has taken our Integrity Commission to court. He still has basically sued the entire Jamaicans, or the entire Jamaica, over the deep dive into his financial affairs via the Integrity Commission. And so the question we have right here is, we have integrity, do you? So we have a leader running our country. No integrity, no accountability, nothing about this man. But we see him, the campaign season has officially started, and we're seeing this Prime Minister going around. And in a particular fraction of video that I got from a supporter, big up on yourself for all those who send me info, credible information. Thanks to each and every one of y'all. Claudette Henry, big up yourself. Danet Ariat, SG Alkebulan, big up on yourself. Big up to all moderators and big up to my members, Angela and Yvonne Wallace of the Isabel Rose membership. Mata Family TV, big up on yourself just the same. And so he passed a remark about, People's National, referencing the People's National supporters and candidates as dogs. And remember, we've seen the line that they go each time. They're repeating history as the time goes by. And as I stated, I've gotten this fraction of video for about a couple days now. I don't remember who sent it to me, but I wanted to touch it. But then again, I'm saying I don't want to make it seem as if we're giving them too much highlight. But when I seen my brother this morning, Aromatic Realistic TV, touch a topic and said, is not that he's referencing the People's National Party supporters and candidates as dogs, but who it a come from. And so hence the question on the screen, we have integrity. Do you, Mr. Prime Minister, have any form of integrity? To classify or to group anybody into a group and to call them dog or to refer to them as being dogs. Him nah no integrity. Him not have nothing about him. Under his leadership, corruption is rife. And we now go stop say it. Under his leadership, corruption is rife. And with so much cloud hanging over his head, he should have resigned out of leadership. He should have resigned out of our parliament. But he's claiming that the People's National Party is so craven and hungry over power. But can he even say that? When we see who is so greedy and craven over power. You know why the People's National Party is so craven and greedy over power, as he put it? Because we want to lock up a thief and a criminal just like you. We want to lock up the biggest criminal in our country just like you. When you're still unable to explain your wealth and explain how you have gotten so filthy rich. When you refuse to explain how your US asset has multiplied 5 folds. We no must crave over power. We no must hungry for power because we want to lock up you and the other 7 thief them out of the parliament. Because in public life, you all were elected by the people. Buy out the people them. Right? Because the 2020 election are money talking it. When he was the very same one we tell the people them said them for turn their yard. He took the opportunity. He didn't care about their health. He took the opportunity to call a general election in the height of a pandemic. He started 3 businesses in the height of the pandemic. He had hundreds of millions US passing through accounts. Hundreds of millions, lest we forget. According to the Integrity Commission, his US assets grew 5-fold. And he wants to come and refer to the People's National Party candidate and the supporters as dogs. Do we really want a leader like this to continue in our office? A leader who has given us bitter medicine over and over? A leader who shows us that we cannot scrutinize anything that he does. He acts and behaves as if he's perfect when he is far from. Wants to take credit for the trajectory of our economy, not giving or paying homage to those who were before him, who have steered the ship and given him a good baton. Coming out to saying that our economy is doing good, fiscally fit, lowest unemployment, but yet still our 2022 census has not been completed. Under his government, our census has not been completed.
I say my belly full but me hungry. A hungry mob is a hungry mob, yo. I rain up all but the dirty enough. I bought the cook but the food not enough. We're gonna dance to the music.
But as the saying goes, when planting one DEAD, them shoot. Big up yourself, Lorna Brooks. Big up to Stanford. Yes, all in all, he's afraid to call it. And so I'm about to play the small clip of footage that I got. I mean, I'm going to hear him for yourself. And then we step a little bit into another segment of what Aromatic Realistic stated, and then we go on the history behind of the pattern of how the Jamaica Labour Party operates.
Watch me now. The history of the PNP and power would be analogous to you ever ride your bicycle or you drive a car and you see a dog just run out of the yard and run after the car. And when the car stop, the dog just stop and look on it. The history of the PNP and power, their power-seeking behavior, is like a dog chasing a car, and when they catch the car, they don't know what to do with it.
Let me run that again.
Watch me now. The history of the PNP and power would be analogous to you ever ride your bicycle or you drive a car and you see a dog just run out of the yard and run after the car. And when the car stop, the dog just stop and look on it. The history of the PNP and power, their power-seeking behavior, is like a dog chasing a car, and when they catch the car, they don't know what to do with it.
Call the election and you will know what the people will do. Call the election. And as we've been saying before, and we will keep saying it, he shouldn't even be on our ballot, let alone to be on campaigns making speeches as these.
say thing then at that rub you. I know the dog what him say, but who make the statement? Who make the statement? You understand what I say? So we are say Jamaica. This is a political suicide for Andrew Holness. In case he didn't know, let me remind him of the history. When you step out a line and pass to the place with the people of Jamaica, the people of Jamaica always punish you at the poll. So call it brother, because you're going to get your next punishment for this. Edward Siaga make a mistake and style PG and the people as black scandal bag. PG put Siaga in a political retirement. Bruce Golding made the mistake and go tell comrades said coming like termite then I'm out of them brain. Bruce Golding never serve out in term. Bruce Golding have to retire. Juliet Holness tell comrades say where them live a riverbed garbage and dump. A Kentire division give the People's National Party, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. And now Andrew Holness, they come call we and style we as dog. This one put Andrew Holness in political retirement as the tree before.
Very sound words, sound history back there. But I could dive deep a little bit in it. So we're going back to Siaga time and what Siaga said. So in the 1993, during the political campaign, Siaga exhibited a black scandal bag purportedly in reference to scandals that plagued the People's National Party-led government at the time. And we know, say, PJ Patterson was in power at that time. However, it was widely interpreted as a racially charged comment, and some political pundits believe that was responsible for his party's heavy defeat to PJ Patterson-led PNP at the polls. Right? Hence, PJ Patterson did respond and says it's black man time. So when we see them coming out and they don't understand the history behind it, but as we see the Labourites, them just run and repeat whatever them leaders them say. They don't do any research for themselves and try to understand anything. After all that took place, right, we seen him get a beating even in the 80s. Very same Siaga there. Get a beating. Right? And in that election, under Michael Manley, the People's National Party had won 45 seats and Edward Siaga had gotten 15. And he was basically in political retirement for 18 and a half years. 18 and a half years. The People's National Party did so much. We could call PJ Patterson the one who fixed and sought out the infrastructure. We could have called him the infrastructure boss. He has done so much in his tenure. And they don't play, they try to behave as if all that was achieved in our beautiful island was under the Jamaica Labour Party. This very same Edward Siaga in the 80s marry off how much food, paid supermarkets, big businesses to hide up the food them. Hide up the food so the people them faced it bitterly in the 80s. Bitterly in the 80s. Right after that, we seen Bruce Golding come out to an impasse in place with the People's National Party supporters and candidate. And he basically said termite eat out them brain. And he spoke this in 2007. And when all other groups came out, and chastised him for it, he says that he will not respond, he will not apologize for the termite comment. And in an article here from RJR, December the 1st, 2007, Prime Minister Bruce Golding says he has no intention of apologizing for the statement he made at his party's recent annual conference regarding the opposition. The comment resulted in opposition refusing to participate in bipartisan talks. Opposition leader at the time, Portia Simpson Miller, said she was offended by the Prime Minister's comment that members of the opposition seemed to have termites eating their brains. But what do we call those in the current administration who can't even read a sentence? What do we call them? What do we call them? When he's saying back then that termites are eat out the people's brain, what do we call this when we have councillors, some MPs getting how much $10 million per annum and cannot do a proper public speaking? They're serving the people and cannot read a sentence. My God. It was even reused in the 2008 where a Jamaica Labour Party youth leader, Colin Virgo, called politician chief termite and referred to Dr. Omar Davies, former Minister of Finance, as money termite. So they followed on from what Bruce Golding said. I will see the outcome of Bruce Golding. Bruce Golding didn't even finish his tenure. He had to go. The sheriff told him to pack his bag, and he had to run like a thief in the night. Moving on to Juliet Holness now. She, as we know, is the wife of this Prime Minister here. She's also the House Speaker. She has many hats there in our Parliament. And she was one of them who passed a remark: anywhere that is a garbage dump, comrades live there. And she spoke this at a campaign in 2022. Anywhere that is a garbage dump, comrades live there. And the people reacted. The People's National Party objected to what she stated back then. And others were against it. We see in the civil society came out and condemned her statement, to which she has not made an apology. So we see the whole attitude and character of this woman. When she says anything, she behaves as if it's final, and they want to talk and deal with people like they're speaking to their kids. And so we're seeing what took place there in the local government election, where a division in her constituency was won by the People's National Party, Mrs. Brownbawn. So anytime you see them come out and talk the foolish them, or talk in a way to bring down the people who elected them, or to behave as if they are elected and they are supposed to be serving all, they're still speaking against as if they're still in a political race. Once you're elected, you're not supposed to be seeing any form of colors. Once you're elected, you're supposed to be serving every single person, be it a Jamaica Labour Party supporter, a PNP supporter, be it a neutral person, be it another party. Whatever the case, you're supposed to be serving the Jamaican people.
Having the team working around me, I want to applaud them for the commitment and the sacrifices that we have made, because through many dangers, toil and stare, we have already come. And we are overcome through the blood of the Lamb.
Well, I'm happy that we have a new councillor for the Kintyre division, first of all. She has consolidated to make sure we are currently at 2020. And we will hold her hand and teach her the ropes at the KSAMC. But more importantly, we will work together for the betterment of the people of Kintyre and the betterment of Kintyre St. Andrew.
Good time come, the man must come out and go home. If so we can sleep with the door open, nothing like that. PLI, we're tired of him now for that yard. I just come from town and I heard it, but I was ready. My family called me and said, put on your clothes. And I said, oh, I'm ready, long time I want to go. Thank you. I just said, when I did hear, so when we look at it, I couldn't get a cut on my shoes and now I'm energized, I'm ready for anything. We can't eat good food now. We don't have to walk on the road where we put a twist in a patrol. And guess what now? God is on time.
God was on time and God will always be on time. And ABR family and viewers, if you can remember the way how the Kintyre division shake up Juliet Holness. They brought it for recount. And even at one point, she reached down at the EOJ. We don't know what she did do down there. But she reached down there and there had to be a big police escort to get her out because the people them did down there. The people them down there are outside and I wonder why she have to reach down at EOJ. Once there's count, you're supposed to have persons from both sides, yes, of the aisle. Lawyers and so on and so forth, and we have the referees them to make sure that everything is counted accordingly. You understand? But she found her way down there. And so Vivian Brown for the People's National Party ended up sealing the deal, and we had the 2020 for the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, with the People's National Party getting the popular votes and in turn had the opportunity to choose a mayor. And we have seen the work of Mayor Andrew Swaby. We have seen the work of Mayor Andrew Swaby. Andrew Swaby has been doing so much in the short space of time that he has been chosen to be the mayor. And mightiest congratulations to Andrew Swaby. Look at what he has done in the whole popping area. Look at downtown where the dirty and mucky. Well clean, organized, order. Look at the popping market. The people are happy. The people are elated. 8 years of the current government mayor, and what has he done? Gross mismanagement of our funds, unaccountability, how much 10 million paid out, and they cannot give an account for it. But they want to come again now to style the people using politics, coming out now to style the people as dogs. As dogs. What can go so? But I would really love for him to come and dispute these things that are out there in the media space. We see them going around talking each time they take their campaign platform and they're talking about bad mind and they're talking about lies and they're talking about propaganda. And they're not coming out to challenge what is put out there. They're coming out with lies to challenge, and the more them come out with the lies to challenge, we will continue to hit them with the truth. Look at the whole water situation. Jesse James Clark blew the whistle, and what did they do? Come out trying to play hero and coming out with lies, wanting to seem as if Jesse James was coming from a political standpoint when he's looking out for the entire Jamaican. It was long after they came out and said that yes, our February sample had E. coli in it. But yet still they want to convince the people that it is safe to consume, that it is safe to drink. With the Prime Minister and Matthew Samuda, who is responsible for water, came out drinking purified bottled water and telling the people that a tap water from NWC. And we know that it has to go through a process. He even spoke out on the video that when they have the tourists coming in, that's one of the points that Ed Bartlett uses to get tourists into the country. He made utterances as if the water were being sold from the NWC. Only for the communication manager to let us know that they have been bottling water for a company for over 15 years. They themselves don't sell the bottled water. The bottled water goes through a process. And that they do it to give out at functions. So we need more evidence to say that this Prime Minister is very crooked and very lie. But he wants to come and call other persons liars. When he is the one who is telling us that he's battling for our minds. Well, don't make him win over our mind, people. Don't make him win it over any at all. We are battling for the truth at all costs. We now battle for the mind. The People's National Party now battle for the mind. We're battling for the truth and we're battling for that change. The people need a change. And until he can come out and challenge this information, him nah say nothing.
I would say what KD Knight said about Bruce Golding is pathologically mendacious.
So when them come out and say the Economist sharp and reacted, do you know that the US dollar don't have its true value?
I know. Yes.
Because the US dollar is about 250 to 1 now. Because the Bank of Jamaica continue to put in this kind of money to keep it at 159, 160. The true value of the US dollar is not strong now.
Last year, 2024, and this is the figure from the Bank of Jamaica. The Jamaican Bank or the Jamaican government spent 1.1 billion US dollars. That's 161 billion Jamaican dollars to defend our dollar against the US dollar.
So
2023, hold on, 2023, we spent about 900 million defending the Jamaican dollar against the US. Tell the Prime Minister to come and say that's a lie.
So him dey on campaign and I reel up on a boss saying that the dollar is stable. Back when he was in opposition, him not say it never did go past 120. And that him did say no. It never did go past 120 because him have the remedy. Him say him have the solution. Big up yourself, Rumba Time News. Big up Jeremy and Davis, Dorrit, Shamar. Prudence, Amazing Grace, Celine, Lassom. He said that he had the remedy to keep it at 120. And last year alone, 2024, when you can go do no research, it is on the website of the BOJ. 1.1 billion US dollars. 1.1 billion US dollars. They spent trying to defend, trying to keep the dollar from going over 200, because it would have surpassed 200 if they never was doing that, 2023 alone, 900 and odd million US dollars. And so far, over 200 and odd million US for this year. And they cannot come out and challenge these things, but they're talking about lies. The information is out there. Colin CM1 let us know and we see it for ourselves. So this a Prime Minister, you're still in an analog era. And a digital do it now. So the information at our fingertip. We now have to wait upon TVJ or back then when a TVJ or a CVM or JBC did have the tape them. Right now everything they on Google, we can find some things on YouTube, we can find back some things on TikTok. We can find back some things. So the information is at our fingertip. Are we if we research it? When them come up with it story them and attack. Look on one him now come attack about Marcus Garvey. Them don't know nothing about Marcus Garvey coming on a public platform to say that Norman Manley sent Marcus Garvey to prison. They still don't understand the whole FinSac era and what FinSac. So they lead in their supporters astray with misinformation and disinformation. FinSac for the Labourites and where they on the live now and I watch. When you can't come and when you can't troll as all you want. All moderators with the wrench, we don't take no disrespect round here. Once them no disrespect, when you can allow them, make them hear what me have to say. But once them come with them trolling and disrespect, we move them off of this. Because we don't have time for no distraction. But uno too can go look for the information for yourself. And stop make uno leaders them lead on astray and push on a little further. And make uno look like fools. The information, same way we can go find it, uno can find it as well. And we're waiting for them to come and dispute this. When you see me put it in a video on the channel, I do my research and I have the information up on that video so you can go check it out. They will not win this election with lies. Enough with the lies. The people deserve the truth. The people deserve the truth.
Want to look at the health of Jamaica's economy because we hear that we are lying and we are spreading misinformation and all of that. What is the health of Jamaica's economy, Ralston? When you do the ultrasound, you do the CT scan, you do the MRI scan, what is the health of this economy?
The Jamaican economy is in a recession, right? The poverty rate is increasing. We saw an acceleration in inflation in March of this year compared with March of last year and February. We also see now for the first time in a long time the value of the consumer and food import bill for the first 11 months of last year was way ahead of what we got from our total exports of goods and services. We see the remittance flows are shrinking because of what is happening in the US. And we see that the tourism earnings are also flattening because of what is happening in the US. And the people are more desperate than ever. We saw the dollar, since Donald Trump announced his tariff, and since we haven't gotten any poor response from the government, apart from the foolishness that he had already been saying a while ago, the dollar has been depreciating every single day since that. Despite every central bank intervention, last week it was 90 million US dollars, 27 billion Jamaican dollars mocked up. Yesterday, Friday, we saw another 8 billion being mocked up, and we see 3 instruments coming out next week to consider the same process, because the dollar is under significant pressure because of the poor response of the government in relation to what is happening internationally. We also have the worst finance minister that has ever gone down to the Ministry of Finance in the history of Jamaica.
So you are classifying Favour Williams as the worst finance minister
ever in the history of Jamaica.
And you just gave us all the symptoms to say that the Jamaican economy is in a recession a while ago. What are the symptoms, or what are the checks that you have used to now recognize Favour Williams as the worst finance minister?
Well, since she has gone down to the ministry, she has not made any statement that is confidence-inspiring. First, she told us about the nonsense about throw boxes. Then, despite the crisis that is taking internationally, she said the major objective of macroeconomic policy is to bring the debt to GDP ratio down to 60% so that we can borrow at more affordable rates in an environment where international interest rates are going up because of what is happening with the dollar. The dollar is inflating the global economy, and she's still saying that we are going to continue on the same track that Nigel Clark left, so that we can get more money to borrow, rather than saying that we're going to shift emphasis now and focus on production and export, so that we do not have to borrow so much in a world that it is going to become more difficult to borrow. There was also a town hall meeting constituency that she should have attended that you take, and she failed to attend. There's also the argument about she want the company to negotiate with to conduct the debate with Julian Robinson. And there's also the experience on her side where the speaker has to be handling her like a child in parliament every time she makes a presentation. That is pathetic.
No. So if you look at her as the worst finance minister, how do you classify the Prime Minister's statement talking about the economy is stable and we are lying?
Well, the Prime Minister is the one who's lying. Prime Minister was on the road the other day saying that we're not borrowing when they were borrowing every day. Right now, if you look at the Bank of Jamaica's website, and his friends them and his supporters can look at the Bank of Jamaica's website and see the 3 instruments that will be open next week.
So next week, the government will be borrowing from Jamaicans.
More.
From Jamaicans, locally.
Yep. And every time, again, this is another thing, every time they float an instrument. Last week they wanted 20 billion from a CD. Yeah. They got 66 billion.
So investors, that should say to us that investors are not really investing, they are now preferably buying government papers.
And they do that when they have no confidence. They are running for safety. If they are confident, they'll be investing those things in goods and services. They are now running for safety.
So Dan Anderson came out the other day with a poll that says business confidence is down. Speak to us about that.
Well, I told you from in December that what they were doing, it was a political decision on the part of Mr. Shiaga and his friends to tell the people that there was confidence, because if there was confidence, they would be investing, giving the Bank of Jamaica so much money to lock up in the bar.
Right.
At that time, we were saying that the economy was in a recession, and how could investors be confident in a recession? No, because they never wanted to call it. They took a political decision, because even God himself said he couldn't understand what they were saying to him, but as opposed to, he has the obligation to publish the results. So we knew
what they said
that was... Yeah, we knew that that was a fake, and so the evidence now, business confidence is down by a whopping 11.3 percentage points during the quarter ended just recently. So how could you drop from that high levels of confidence in December and then by March you're down in a tunnel?
Is it your opinion, Ralston, that members of the administration would have called business people and asked them to say that you are confident in the economy so that result came out last year? Or
that's part of it, and the members of the leading business community, they are not operating independently. They have aligned themselves with the current administration, just like people in the US.
But we heard one businessman came out the other day, I can't remember his name right now, and said that this is the worst he has ever seen the economy.
That's a very objective person. That's somebody I know a long time. Omar Azad.
Right.
He was the former president of the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, completely different from the one that we have now.
But nobody challenged him. You realize, Ralston,
no, they can't.
That nobody opened their mouth.
Omar Azad is a stalwart in this business.
So last year they said business confidence, no recession, and they said that business was good. And until some of the business people come out and start squealing, I'm gonna run back that tape with Omar Azan, letting us know that it is the worst that it has ever been. We even heard Ralston there saying that Favour Williams is the worst finance minister we have ever had in the history of Jamaica's leadership. She too came out on a radio platform saying that there was no recession. And we see how Juliet I deal with her in the parliament. Everybody is looking and watching. And we also seen her shunning away from, debates and the town halls. She didn't show up last week or week before for the town hall. And it was the day after the town hall she put out a post saying that she did not consent, she didn't agree to any town hall, no debate or anything like that, and she didn't agree with her picture being put up on a poster. So we know say George Davis, them a big activist for the Jamaica Labour Party, but why would he take her photo and put on a poster knowing that she didn't consent to come to the town hall? Doesn't spell any sense there, so to me. Big up yourself, Daniel Taylor, Nordstar, Splash, DJ, Son of Love, big up on yourself. Thanks for coming in, one and all, on the live. Like and share with the live. Joan Bailey, Hugh Robotham, big up on yourself, Pat Brown. And so I'm about to play that footage from Omar Azan.
What I will comment on is that right now, as it stands in the Jamaican economy, the economy is struggling. It's probably the worst I've seen in the 30-odd years I've been in business. The buying power is the weakest, and government needs to find ways to, catalyze the economy to be able to grow. We tried our best a few years ago, and Jamaica started to see growth. But right now, they've done so many things to stagnate the industry. Interest rates need to come down quickly. The Bank of Jamaica needs to come out of their tunnel vision and start thinking out of the box to manage the economy, because right now, it's in a very stagnant stage and actually in a dying stage, and it is actually quite frightening what is happening out there. When you speak to business people, people are saying they're seeing anyway in that 50% down in terms of sales, their retail trade, and every expense is going up. Their rental rates that they're paying to rent these shops and stores is going up. Their light bill consistently is up. It's a tough world out there, yes, but we can do things to make it a little easier for our people in this country. So the minister and the government has a lot to do, and the Bank of Jamaica and our commercial banks, to try and stimulate this economy, because if they don't start doing something now, the economy is going to start fumbling and they're going to be in big trouble.
I want you to expand on that a little bit more for me, Mr. Azan, because it's good to hear your views on that, because the data is suggesting, and we hear the government talk a lot about economic growth and inclusiveness. It talks about business confidence is at an all-time high. We know of unemployment rate, the best that it has been. Is it that the manufacturers are not seeing all of that? What exactly is happening? Why is there a dissonance between the two?
There are one or two businesses that may be seeing some growth, but I tell you, the general economy is struggling out there. The real estate side of things, the building, the construction side of things is slowing. Interest rates has played a major part in doing that. And the business side, the manufacturing side is struggling. And we need to find ways to stimulate back this economy, because what we've done over the years and tried to build it back, coming from where we're coming from, I think what we've done in terms of managing this inflationary issue, I think we've gone about it possibly in a little different way that we could do something, but it is creating a havoc in the economy right now. Buying power is the weakest that I have seen in all my years of doing business. I'm not just speaking from my own business, but generally, because I sit on other boards, it is very weak, and it is actually a little frightening for me when I am looking out there and seeing what's happening in the economy out there. So we need to find ways of trying to find ways. The Bank of Jamaica needs to come out. Commercial banks need to start doing things to stimulate stuff, because you're going to find ourselves in a real pickle if we don't do something quickly.
We know the issue of the interest rates and the adjustment by the bank, the central bank, but not the commercial banks, has been an issue for a lot of different players in the market, Mr. Thwaites. Outside of that, you may probably make a comment on that as well from the association standpoint. And also, could you tell me what are some of the incentives that you see as necessary, the association see as necessary to assist the sector right now as it pertains to economic activity?
Yeah, sure. And Omar is echoing a sentiment that we've been in a 2-year environment of high interest rates and lending is tight. So these are the policies that slow down an economy. We've seen interest rates drop a couple of times, but we're not seeing the transmission of those rates as BOJ drops to the commercial banks, and that's a problem. We're half a year in off of our initial drop in interest rates, haven't seen that transmission to the market. That is a key issue in how you incent the growth in the economy and we get it moving again. We know, even with everything on our side, we know that our economy, the drop in our debt, we have the currency has been in a stable place. All those things are true, but Omar is echoing what we hear a lot through our small and larger companies in the private sector, that there is a concern that the stagnation has to be switched off. We have to see the policies that get the economy moving again. To us, interest rates are key, and we need to get this economy going again out of the cycle of stagnation.
So our economy is indeed in a recession. There's no growth. In the last quarter of the last fiscal year, 0.8% growth. So with them boasting about this 3.6 unemployment, when we have 600,000 and possibly more people not looking a job, not seeking a job, there's no productivity, there's no growth in the country. And so ABR family, I would love to hear from y'all. I'm about to open the phone lines I am 11 minutes out from the hour, and so I would love to hear from y'all. The number to call in is 954-288-6467, WhatsApp only. I would love to hear your take on all of this. We see definitely that it is a pattern, and that the Jamaica Labour Party, they go off history. So them is like they look back on what previous administration has done, and each time, and it looks like they never learn. Each time they come out, the people them show them something. And so with him coming out to call a reference in the people them to dog, or the PNP candidate as dog chasing a car. No dog not chase off a parked car. And since the people them are dog and the candidates are dogs, why are you afraid to call a general election? You shouldn't be sending out your chairman to come and saying that you're not ready to call the election because you're not fully ready. We're seeing the turmoil taking place in their administration in various constituencies, and they have no candidates for some of those constituencies. And the constant infighting let us know that they are crumbling. They didn't know, or they didn't believe that a Mark Jefferson Golding could have rallied the People's National Party and created such unity in the party, and in turn being leader in the polls. They didn't know that. And so they're reeling from discovering that. The local government election showed them what time it was, and the people are ready to go to the poll. Bless up yourself, morning, my caller. You're live on the ABR show.
Good morning, Miss Bell, Miss Rose. I am appalled by something I'm seeing on the TV screen right now. I'm watching you on my TV.
Okay.
Listen, this woman, the picture that is up there, she should be ashamed of herself to be sitting in Jamaica's parliament. Anywhere garbage, anywhere is a garbage dump. Comrades live there.
Yeah.
I want her to be listening this morning. Her husband caused all the garbage that is in Jamaica now. And maybe they should classify themselves as garbage. The dog system, he's not the first one. I remember years ago when I was a younger person, and the parish I was living in, I'm not going to call out because a lot of people might be listening. I don't want them to identify me right now.
Okay.
But I remember a former MP. I don't think he's anymore alive, and he's alive any longer. He said, people going to know who it is. Some people who knew, you are very young, you don't know. This man, his father was MP for the constituency. The father got old, retired. This is how the Jezebel them do it. They know how to clean Jamaica out. They know how to clean out Jamaica. So one family, several of them down the line into parliament. Why are they doing that? Because they know that is their them feasting ground. I'm very upset this morning, so I'm not even my vocabulary is kind of blighted right now. But that man said in a political campaign that if he want to step down right now and put his dog, so they're referencing dogs from years gone by, and put his dog over there, they would win. And he was from the Green Party. This is how they're disrespectful.
Yeah.
And have no... So if the people were listening to him, I was upset last week, but I didn't say anything. I cursed. Not bad word, but I cursed at him on the TV screen when I saw the person posted when he was saying if dog running after car. This man, I don't even want to classify him as anything because he's nothing. He came from the dumps, and because he's grudgeful, he's talking about bad man. He's the person who is grudgeful because you know why? He saw rich people in Jamaica and he wanted to get rich, and he wondered how they worked their butts off up the line to get rich. Even the ones who came from across the ocean, from Lebanon, Jordan, or wherever them come from, they work themselves to where they are and get rich. He doesn't want to do anything, so he turned on his same people and scrape out every penny out of the pity to get himself where he is. But guess what? I hope Mark Golding wins the election, and I hope Mark take the whole of them to court and put some of them behind bars.
Yes, man.
I hope some of them go behind bars. Even the woman who is on my TV screen right now, I hope she goes down in history as a big thief. $800 million buying, having property. Where did you work to accumulate so much money? Jamaican people can't even buy a pound of saltfish right now.
Gosh.
And you're calling, telling about people living garbage dump. Woman, go bend down on your knee and worship and beg forgiveness from God. Because, you know, yesterday I was doing my Bible study. And when I was doing my Bible study, there was a Bible quiz coming up. And it was in Samuel. And it referred to Saul. And Andrew Holness, you're going to turn Saul. You know what? He's going to be, because Jamaican people put him on pedestal and he thinks that he's a king. But listen, if you read Samuel and what Saul turned out to be, when Saul was dying, Saul couldn't even get his own body armor. He couldn't get the same person who was protecting him to put his sword into his flesh. Saul had to turn around, kill himself. And Jehoshaphat, beware, God is coming for you.
All right then. Bless up yourself, my sister.
You are a wicked man, and your wife is a fresh mouth bully, and she's going to see the end of her days soon. I'm not predicting violence. Let me be clear. I'm not predicting violence. But when you treat God's children like they are dumpster garbage, Juliet Holness and Andrew Holness, on the days numbered. For God's sake, the writing is on the wall.
Amen.
And all the confusion that is going on in the Green Party is because of the wickedness, and God are confusing the man. When they don't even know how to talk, when they're calling people dogs. I'm not a dog.
Tell him
I'm
this
not
is
a dog.
out of order.
Out of order. But when the days coming, that's why I'm so confused. That's why I'm so confused and fighting over what? What are fighting over? God never will, nobody will, the king never give Jamaica to wholeness. He never give it to anybody. It belonging to the Jamaican people. On sell off all one can sell off, and on take one can take and pocket it. How much grandchildren on have? How much legacy on want to leave on this earth? On now go dead.
Them are going to live forever.
Scrape out the whole of Jamaica for on a friend. And the people them are going to crawl upon their hand and pick up garbage. God nah sleep. When watch what go happen to you.
All right, my sister. Thank you for calling. Thank you, my sister.
Yes, Mr.
Bless up yourself. All right, you too. Them need to go repent, as this scholar stated. Joyce Lewis is saying, ready to go where? We're ready to send Andrew Holness to prison. Are that we ready for? Yesterday come up here asking, ready to go where? The people are ready to go to the polls. And the people need them election date so that the people can go and make their vote count. You're coming here to ask me about ready to go where? Ready for the People's National Party to take over to send the criminals to prison. We're tired of the thief them in our parliament. We're tired of the corruption, the high levels of corruption. We're tired of this leader here lying to the people. We are sick and tired of it. Daniel Taylor says he mentioned let who for stop me. Yeah, him there on campaign I sing who for stop him. The people of Jamaica go stop you. And the Almighty God are gonna stop him. Him can't call the election because they're scared. Scared, shaking in them boots. As Daniel said. And it is no lie. That's why them have tug of war with them one another, so. Cause them want to have strong dominance same way when them after them get the beating in this general election to come. He's sending out strong message to criminals. And him asks far and wide, but him forgot to ask himself. So I take it that he's sending the strong message to the criminals as well as himself. Him say play the fool. And every time you see them come out and talk so, the people them show them what time is it at the polls. The people them are going to speak to you. You no worry on yourself. Anybody else want to chime in? Big up yourself out and many every time. Debbie Jervis TV, Carol, Dwight Gray, Dwight Tyndale, Rose Ains, Clifton Atkinson. Big up on yourself and thanks for joining the live. Anybody else wants to call in and make me your own and say based on what the Prime Minister stated and him basically repeating history. And for all those who have stated or come against the people from the Jamaica Labour Party, have felt it from the hands of the people. We even see in an MP who them get rid of since recently. Him basically say, after the people them come out and express them displeasure of him not doing anything in the constituency. And him come out and him say the people them ungrateful. So them are the leaders them where we elect and one come tell we say we ungrateful when we talk out against what they have not been doing. We elect them to work on the behalf of the Jamaican people and they want to come and call the people ungrateful when the people them call them out for them negligence and them mismanagement and them, lackadaisical attitude and all of that. Some of them MPs, the people them not soon till election time. What can go so? What can really go so? And the people them must not come out and talk. You might go remind the people them send them for farm work and then come back home, say they work too hard and who him get 200 chicken from who him not get 200 chicken. At time now the people them now want a belly full again. Blessed morning, my brother. You're live on the ABR show.
Yeah, go on, sister.
There, brother.
I think the whole country are talking. I think the Labourites suppose as them are talking. Well, that's nobody can stop him. We really could not talk in opposition people. So he would have to talk about Delano.
Yes.
And them him put the words.
And we'll see them we are checkmate him.
Yeah,
can him see a chess him a play now?
Yeah.
Hey.
So that's enough for everybody. But as Tower Hill finally I get rid of him now, man. Tower Hill I move him out. You understand? In week from where I call it, Cockbird Penga all the way to Waterhouse in week. Week. So the words that we're mature right now is not necessarily Jamaica. I might just talk is inside people them and his supporters them. You understand? Yeah, man.
Definitely.
So, we not worry about that. It's just in last days. And if we realize Juliet, as she keep herself out of the media too, and them things, but it now got hide. From where people are going, say, no matter where you go, under the stone, in the sea, you can't hide from your judgment.
That is it. So true.
Can't hide from your judgment. You understand? But right, which part they take when now our Portmore toll booth a build up gas station. Juliet, remember I said they have got Fort Augustus woman prison they run there. We need for repair and she had the first one now going it as soon as it repair. And we are saying Andrew in a Vibes Cartel sell down a GP there, high rising.
My God.
So there's
no escape for them.
No escape on this. You understand? We are make sure so we give them with lashes. Yeah, man, we beat them with lashes. And, as for the mechanic shop now, before I go, so the mechanic shop, Here talking man when I say a thing and there's a whole heap of truth about it. You see me? But the truth is, a Jamaican people, you know, we always run down fandangles and pretty stuff, you know.
True.
You understand? When I stick to the roots, I go back to the roots.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because at the end of the day, people know a mechanic in them ear, them always a big discount.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't go do that at the Chinese store. Let me more if you come out now and say, yo, a 50,000 I pay down at a Chinese store, mechanic forget this sort out.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But him rather beg credit or beg help from the mechanic we know in the community over the years. So I say, stand firm people and not get distracted by fandangles. You understand?
True.
Don't get distracted by fandangles. You see me, the time when them try to enforce now, if say, yo, it a cause health hazard and all of these things. And the person who grow into the mechanic in them place, community. You understand? So we are say the government should enforce Jamaican is a part of that industry now where them are create for the Chinese.
True.
Nobody can open a business in China unless a Chinese are a part of the business.
That is it, true.
And how many Jamaicans now are going to get employed at that Chinese mechanic place? Secondly, or thirdly, the Chinese, them not deal with Jamaican under respect. So, as soon as a mechanic go there, him quicker to leave this and go do him own thing. Back I may hard gate same way.
True.
You understand? So, a judgment I go come where we have to go fight one at a time then for we right in a Jamaica.
Definitely.
I figure do it. Yeah, man.
And the time is now, you know, brother.
The time is now. The time is now, honest a bit. So that we are talking about, say, yo, watch this, man, stand firm and they get distracted, man, and move them up, you know.
Definitely.
Time I run out on the criminal family. Time I run out on the criminal family. It's not the first family. It's the criminal family.
All right, then. Attile.
Yeah.
All right, my brother. Big up yourself. Every time. All right. So only hear from the caller there, he was voicing his concern as to this. I seen the video floating around a few days ago with the whole Chinese them and this new mechanic place here, and he's lobbying for Jamaicans to be a part of it, or Jamaicans to have, you know, shares in it as well. And I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Because we Jamaicans couldn't go anywhere else, go start up, let alone China go start up a business, and the Chinese are not, you know, a part of that. Talk Truth says, I must encourage. I've been doing that, Talk Truth, and so I'm going to reinforce it right now. People wanna have to go out and vote in this election. Have to go out and vote in this election. Make sure say on the depend the voters list. Packing up at the campaigns and the conferences alone is not enough. We want persons who are eligible to vote 18 years and older to be out there when this general election date is called to go out. Big up yourself, you be comrade. Una have it out there. Colleen, Linton, big up yourself. Philip Francis, big up. So, una have to make it count this time. As me say, it's on the runway. Y'all seen what has taken place under this government for the past 10 years. And their constant bad mind talks and desperate and power hungry when they have basically run down our sectors in Jamaica. Infrastructure very, very poor. Health sector right down to the floor. Not to mention our education sector. The pitney them not passing. And it makes no sense they promote a child who is not at the level that they should be, but instead create more programs. Have some teachers who are willing. And every pitney I go fast. We have some children that are slow learners. And so we need things in place to help and to assist those children. Our education system came from 88%, go right down to 18.5%. With 18% of our students passing math and English at the CSEC level, coming from 8 yard. Isn't that cause for concern? The Prime Minister has not built not even one school. How much time he make talks on platform and them break ground all about. And as a caller stated back then when I did a live, say him for stop break ground now because I'm going to trigger off earthquake in our country. He's breaking grounds and he's not doing as he says. And after 10 years in office, he wants to continue to campaign on the failures of a People's National Party. Even if the People's National Party didn't do all that they say that they would have done, the successive government should come and take the baton and give the people what they desire. Give the people what is due unto them. Big up yourself, Kevin Fairclaw. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Colin. Successive government shouldn't be stuck on failures of a past administration. But you were elected to do the work, and you should have carried on the mandate of doing the work for the people. Bless up yourself, my caller. You're live on the ABR show. What says you?
Morning, ABR to you and your listeners. Morning. Well, you see, you have to understand, you are here all the time people say, Johnny man, kiss off a straw.
Ah, that is it, yep.
So, here we know. The Prime Minister tried everything. When you see a man can go back and I try to rewrite history, you know, it is
with
so
lies.
Bad, you know. With lies, you know. Because you try to rewrite history with lies. And I try to tell people about the PNP 18 years. And when you don't tell the people them that is the 18 years of the PNP that you are presently living and a lot of Jamaican people still benefit from the president of the 18 years of the PNP.
True. So we lose the caller right there. So you can call back. Pick up yourself, Star Girl. He has not built one school, but he steady made sure that he had 28 bank accounts. 28 bank accounts. How much in businesses without employees? No tax return. Evading taxes. 28 applications to our courts, and one of which he wanted to strike out illicit enrichment. Uncertified. Have not signed the Code of Conduct for the Integrity Commission, but wants to come and seek sympathy from our people in order to gain a third term, to boost his ego. Nothing more. You're live, you got cut off a while ago.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's true, somebody called me directly. As I was saying to you that Johnny man catch off a straw, you know, and when you're trying to go back in history and try to rewrite history with lies and don't want to speak the truth, you know, something is really wrong. You see, when a government, if you as a government, you know, can't campaign and what you have done for the people,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to start to lie. You're going to go back to history, because if everything you're going to blame history.
Mm-hmm. But from him, I go back in the past, it says a lot for true. It make we know say him feel miserably because him keep going back to the past.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah. Talk about the present. Don't talk about what done in the past. Don't talk about what done in the past.
True.
Talk about the present now. With the present situation. We're done with the past now, man. I talk about future now. You did a government for almost 10 years, 9.5 years now. Continue. Sure, you don't say, all right, me do this, me build a school here, me build 2 new hospitals, you don't do nothing. All you do, you continue with some highway with the People's National Party, what I do. You make a road reaching a situation where because state emergency for road.
My God.
Start patching the road them. They start patching the road. They say we spend the most money by healthcare. We spend the most money this. We spend the most money that. But they collecting the most tax.
Yeah, and we're not seeing it.
Yeah, spend the money I do. I would not spend the money I do. You understand me? I said to you, you keep. I mean, like the country. Look at the country. You say the good economic and the economist team, but yet still. The business people, them say, we not see the good economy we are talking about. The regular people, them not see it. Nobody not see it. So only you are see it because you are the only one that is making money. You're the only one that do the shopping, your wife, or your friend, or your family.
My God.
I want to make the money.
So it not most good to them. And themselves them attack when them say the economy. Yeah.
And themselves them attack. Remember, in a corona, nobody not doing business, And this is the only money I transferred hundreds of millions of dollars from account to account, In a corona, everybody lose business. And everybody has stifle, Understand me? I said to you, no, man, so we don't understand. We up to now, nobody. First of all, you don't build teachers them leave the country, left, right, and center. When the nurses are leave, when doctors are leave, everybody are leave. Tough time leave and go and probably I don't even come back to the country. Man even come back yet. When a year when go about it, come and keep a press conference and say, why you know I leave the country for this amount of time. I'm going to these places, I'm gonna do this, that and that and that. Nobody know hear nothing, everything was quiet. And when I hear the minister that leave and go and come back in not just a country to know.
Exactly. It shouldn't be that he has to go and then come back and inform the country. He should have told the country that he's going off before him even go. Because he must have known that he was going before. Yeah.
Definitely. So everything is a secret and then you still can't see. When even the secret was out, you still can't see what they man do and what they man put in place. We need that
time come.
Change. Time come, man.
No.
And people, now is the time. Go out and vote. Put the X squarely beside the head. Don't forget. No time for the mixed message. And make the man battle in the mind and try to fool in the mind and pure lies. Go out and vote.
Amen.
Put the X beside the head. Don't bother talk about it. And sit down and talk about Mark Bowling win already. You don't go vote. Go vote. Every vote counts.
Every single vote counts.
Don't bother talk about it. PMP win, man. PMP not have to go vote. PMP don't. Go out and go vote.
True.
Go out and go vote. And that is my 2 cents.
All right, my brother. Thank you for calling. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, my sis Arlene From. Big up yourself every time. I was getting another call. You can feel free to call back. In the meantime, you know, say once we are about to close off the program, we have to reverse the curse. Today is Mark Stewart's ball out church service there in Portmore, I believe. So all those who can go out and make it, go out and go listen to the message. Very important. Bless up yourself, my caller. You're live on the ABR show. What says you?
Yes. Good morning. When I look at the significant achievement of the PNP, this government have no conscience. They are wicked and they are evil. When you look at NHT, the Chase Fund, Tourist Enhancement Fund, right? When you look at also the there's another one there, man. The Chase, the NHT.
You said the NHS.
Yeah, and the NHS. These people are wicked. And also there are several reasons, and the list is so long why people should not vote for them. The 200 used car for police, we don't get them.
I'll know.
Royal Reid, Grace McLean, Andre Wheatley.
Remind them, my brother.
Andre Wheatley ravish Petrojam. Carl Samuda thief the Mombas grass farmer himself. When you look on it now, the same Montague, he mash up everywhere and go, I'll know if they don't give no ministry. FLA, scandal with Montague and also the used car.
Yeah.
It's just a host of things.
My God.
450 million a year for 2 billion unoccupied tax office in Mandeville and St. Mary. Top than 400 million on Market Me.
20 odd billion on Cornwall Regional mismanagement.
28 billion on Cornwall. And people still have these people in high regards. You don't sign the code of conduct.
I'll know.
There's 100 million that was unaccounted for at CAP, you know. The Clarendon Aluminum Partners, you know. Under the watch of Nigel Clark, you know.
My God.
And let's not forget about SSL.
But them say him are the best and the brightest. And the best and the brightest gone.
Brightest, the man is dumb. When the FSC write to the man and you are going to tell me so you can't find the report under the pile on your decks.
What can go so?
No, that's carelessness, man.
Carelessness. Negligence.
Another thing under Nigel Clark. Nigel Clark, the last budget before Nigel Clark left, let's people remember this. Nigel Clark calculation was so off. I think he make about 16 error with Faval Williams that will come back and address.
45 billion shortfall.
He was so ashamed that not even him couldn't come and do the amendment to the presentation. A Faval himself come do it.
I remember.
You are so brilliant. The only reason why the US dollar is at 158 right now, the Bank of Jamaica keep pumping billions of dollars to stabilize that dollar. Without the injection from the BOJ, that dollar would be $200 today.
Of course. And more.
And more. So people need to understand that. And Andrew is so lie. The man born in a 1-bedroom house. Then he come back and born in a 2-bedroom house.
My God.
The man is just a liar. And everything in politicized. Tough time. I remember Fenton Fergus with the dead baby. Oh, in here, baby cry say if the GLP didn't power, they would have dead. Tough time the amount of baby.
And it come up now and that feed and watch. And the minister never know. Mighty God, I don't know.
People are just terrible, man. Terrible set of people, them, man. You have a blessed morning, my dear.
Thank you, my brother.
You're doing the great job that you're doing.
Definitely. Thanks for the continued support. Big up. When you hear that caller right there, so list out the things them. I remind them. Send them back, Jamaica. Don't make no error. Straight to the polls. Everybody must go out and vote. Big up yourself, Rosalie Ricketts. Barbara Finlay. Big up yourself, Miss Winnie Mead. Glennox Smith says the COVID party when everyone was locked down. I'll know in a year nothing come off that minister. Him turn big MP now. Bless up yourself, Miss Winnie. You're live on the ABR show.
Good morning, Miss Rose. I've just walked through the door. all I can tell the PNP, we must not listen to nothing they come out with. Don't sorry for them if they're mashing up and fighting. It could be a truth. We just got to concentrate now on winning.
Definitely.
Don't sorry for them. Don't care even if they dash away each other, let them stay. Or everything that they're saying out, big nose no, right? So nothing can come out without he not knowing. We don't worry about what they're mashing up, standing up or anything. We just got to concentrate on winning. And Mr. Mark Golding, Dayton Campbell, the gentleman that is the Minister of Education, what is his name again? Damon Crawford. Don't listen to nothing they say. We just got to concentrate and pushing out what we will do for the people, because the PNP is for the poor people and the middle class. The rich class got Andrew looking after him. We got to concentrate. Don't think about what they're doing, what trouble in the camp. We don't want to talk about the trouble in the camp. Let them. They could have number 2 in the camp. Good luck to them. We got to concentrate now. Don't let them put no tricks. Don't talk about what's happening to them. We got to leave them. That's what they want us to talk about what they're doing, for us not to concentrate what we are doing.
Yeah.
You understand? Anyway, you have a good day. I just come in and got to undo some things, okay?
All right. Thank you, Miss Winnie. Girl? She's all right. She's in school.
Oh, she's beautiful, okay?
All right. Thank you. All right. Bless up yourself, Miss Winnie.
Reverse the curse. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Somebody say, reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Over Jamaica. Reverse the curse.
Send them back in opposition for a mighty long time. ABR family and viewers, straight to the polls. Make no error. Don't make them buy you out. No make no mistake.
When they come from, send him up, send him up. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send him up. If I China, if I Jamaica.
As we close off the program, ABR family and viewers, please to leave a like while you're on your way out. Anybody else has any more input, can feel free. I'm taking about one more call. Let me now say, big up to all those who join the live, big up to all those who comment, who call in, silently watching. Big up on yourself, Novelet Osborne, big up yourself.
Reverse the curse. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order.
Blessed morning, my family, live on the ABR show. Where you say, Rasta?
I is the Almighty God, man. Savior is right, but we want to juice it first and foremost.
All right, then.
Secondly, I want to tell Jamaica show. If we don't ever make this man go back in our power, or in any prime minister or even minister, we don't want to have any super attack or nothing, no super not going to do that, nothing to that. That's going to eat no super because none not going to do that for no eat. You see, we can't find a way for mention it. If we don't make this man go back in any office at all, dog not going to no supper because they will be none to eat.
My
like
God.
I said earlier, this man go back in a power to boost him ego, to pretend like Jamaica people. You know, I have never known say Jamaican. Me not say Jamaican. The people in this green so stupid and illiterate. I can't believe it. And when you have glimpse them people in the screen, just put them to 1 second and take them out because they're not relevant.
Yeah.
Whoever them people is. The wife of the house and the speaker. Tell Jamaica say if we don't ever make this man go back in our power,
Dog not going to eat on a supper because they will be known to eat.
My God.
So the one that carrying everybody
Mm-hmm.
to take on out of the country and kill off the youth them. I eliminate the youth them. And then I tell you, say the children, they are no baby normal.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica, be careful. This man is a dictator here, and him a work for the devil. And the devil no have mercy. And him pretend like him love, and him no have no love.
Mm-hmm.
Here, Jamaica people, I talk to every Jamaican, green or orange, but orange we are drinking, because of vitamin C.
All right, then. That is it. Always.
One Rastafari, see.
All right, big up yourself every time.
Every time.
Remember, say the real Rasta them, support them, you know. Because the real Rasta them don't forget what they have done to them. So, the Rasta man say him a drink the orange, you know, because the orange is ripe. He be our family. Whatever Rasta say, I eat we are work with.
When they come from, send him up. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send him up. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send him up. We lost the curse.
Like and share. As we come off of the live, like and share for those who want to donate. The Cash App is pinned at the top of the chat. If you want to bless up the super chat or the super thanks, you can feel free to do so. No pressure, no hassle. In the meantime, we are reverse the curse. Send them back in Jamaica and them a get bright with over and over and over. They're getting out of order, being disrespectful to the people them that have elected them. And so we are send a message, a very strong one. Don't let this general election be 20 and 30%. We want the people to show them that we have the power and the power lies within us. We put them there and we can remove them.
When they come from, send him up. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send him up. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send him up. Reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the order, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse, reverse the order. Over Jamaica, reverse the curse, mighty God, reverse the order. If a king's host, if I got the host, if I the prime minister.
Stay tuned for more videos, ABR family and viewers. Stay tuned for more updates as we get the information. You know where I bring it. In the meantime, between time, enjoy on a holiday. Be safe. No say no fun gonna go out on the beach side. Remember, if you can't swim, stay upon the shores. Watch your children them and be safe to and from. Remember to watch your speed limit and to drive and drink responsibly. Big up on yourself every time. Thanks for the continued support.
When they come from, send him up. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send him up. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send him up.